Yes, I am up. I've been up since 3:30, but whatever. I am here now and I'm going to watch a movie. So I just decided, why not y'all watch the movie with me? Okay? I'm sitting up in my bed before anybody asks. I'm sitting up in my bed with a little snack, ready to watch Home Alone. I'm about to sit here and moisturize because unfortunately my chemo treatment caused me to have dry skin. So I have to moisturize very heavily often. So that's what I'm sitting here doing, just in case y'all wondering. But we about to sit here and watch Home Alone, catch up, have some laughs. Hopefully I can see the chat this time. I know one live that I was doing, I could barely see the chat. And I think I don't know if it's because I have my screen turned around or lighting or whatever, but I was like squinching and everything, trying to see the chat on my little Android phone. I was like, what? So people's names that I know when I right off the bat when I see their profile, when I see their pic come up, I can call out their names. But people who are like new to the chat, unfortunately, if I can't make out what your name is, it's hard for me to try to pronounce it because I'm like trying to look at each letter, like squinting my eyes. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this Home Alone. One of my favorites. I know I gotta do Easy Street with Jen's tag, and I'm gonna try to do that today. Today I'm gonna try to get that out the way because that seemed like a really fun one to do because I really like traditions when it comes to certain times of the year. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna try to work on that today. The only problem is I get tired easily, so yeah. Let's get into this Home Alone with this Kevin and his crazy family. How many of y'all out there like the when they keep going with the Home Alones? I didn't like when they just kept going when it got to like three, four, five. What? It's only certain movies that I like when they just keep them going like that. But this one I feel like it's a classic. Hello, Metro Sonic. I'm so glad you enjoyed the new Sonic movie. Oh, you do? Okay, I can't pronounce your name. Harry. You like chicken boogers? Okay. Good for you. Hey. What's going on, doctor? Glad y'all in the room. Can y'all give it a thumbs up? Metro Sonic, I was just thinking about you because I was out looking for like a bunch of Sonic stuff for my son. He's crazy about Sonic. Um, and I was like, man, I know for a fact Metro Sonic would know like a few things that I could pick up. And I saw that you had the Sonic like plushie. And I was like, that would be a good idea, but unfortunately, I couldn't find one. I thought if I go into GameStop, they would have one, but they didn't. They said when it's like this time of the year, they sell out of a lot of their plushies and like keychains and things like that because sometimes people build gaming baskets. I didn't know that, but that's pretty cool to know as a gift idea for, people who love games. I got another son that's into anime, and I thought that would be a good idea for him. He's grown now, but that's his passion. That's what he loves is anime. So I think that would be a good idea too. Just build him up like an anime basket. What time is it where I'm at? It's 4 a.m. 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning. Y'all hit the thumbs up, please. Okay, Home Alone movie just started, so y'all know how we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk through it because unfortunately I can't show the movie on this platform. So this is the beginning of the movie when uh Kevin is pretty much going around the house being Kevin. You know, like just being a kid basically. He's bothering his parents, not bothering them, but bothering them. And all his cousins are roaming around the house. Everybody's kind of busy because they're getting ready to go on a trip. So now he's bugging his cousins like, hey, I need somebody to help me pack. It's crazy because he's a young kid and everybody's like mad and don't want to try to help him. Like this is when the older kids come into play. Older kids should realize, and I was once an older kid with my cousins. I was kind of the baby, but I was still kind of older than some of them. This is when this comes into play. Um, your little cousins, your little sisters and brothers, things of that nature, they're looking up to you. They're looking up to you. So when you keep shooing them off, it gives them a low self-esteem, kind of like, like nobody wants to be around me. Y'all, please, if you have younger siblings, younger cousins or whatever, if they ask for your help, even if you can't do it completely or whatever, at least try. Give them that little bit of time, that little bit of space, because it'll mean the world to them. And it helps build their confidence. You know what I'm saying? So when they go out into the world, go to school or whatever, they won't feel like less than. Just a little thought. And that's Buck and the other cousin up there. He had a pet spider. Ooh. My brother had pet snakes. Like, ooh. Not my brother, my donor. Not my brother, my donor. A different brother. But so now he's going asking his brother, Buck, to help him. I think that's his name, Buck. Buzz. His name not Buck. His name is Buzz. I had to sit there and think about it, y'all. I'm sorry for the silence, but I had to think about what was his name. So Buzz is like the big brother slash bully slash mean guy. Um, Buzz is a pain in Kevin's side. Cause Kevin is coming in the room and trying to be with you know, his big brother, and the big brother is kind of mean to him. Now he's telling him like a horror story about the neighbor, trying to get him scared, trying to get him all riled up. Telling him stories, basically. And Kevin's sitting there with his young, impressionable mind, uh, falling for the okie doke. Now he's scared of the neighbor for no reason, just because Buzz done told him a story about him. Well, the neighbor looked up. This is one of those well manicured lawns type areas, like one of those neighborhoods where like all the houses are pretty much the same, all their Christmas lights look the same. The pizza man that knocked over that doggone statue. The noise y'all hear, that's my Vaseline. I'm over here getting like moisturized up. My thing is how the police end up just in the house, just standing there. No adult has paid him any attention yet. He just been standing there for a long time. Then the police let the pizza man in the house. What? How the police just let the, it's a it's a channel where they actually was talking about a conspiracy theory with Home Alone, and they said some stuff that had me like, you know what? Why? One of the theories was that the dad set up the robbery or the kidnapping for insurance money. That was one of the theories because they say something about the way he looked at the cop when he saw him, and the fact that they was going on this expensive trip. There was some more details they threw in there, but it was just a theory. Everybody in there eating their pizza. He think that's early to go to the airport. He said early. We're leaving the house at 8 a.m. Ooh. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to leave the house in the middle of the night to go to the airport to be there in the morning. Then they want you there like 2, 3 hours before your flight. Buzz is just super mean to Kevin. The little cousin. Now they saw Buzz doing this with Kevin, and Kevin's gonna be the one get yelled at. What? That's the uncle talking to the little nephew. Look what you did, you little jerk. Excuse me? And the parents just, everybody just get quiet. I would have had to say, did you just call my child a jerk? The attention is still just on Kevin. Like, now in that instance, I really feel like Unc should have been put in his place. Matter of fact, Unc probably should have been kicked out the house. How you gonna call my child a jerk, Shawty? Sorry, y'all. I had to revert back to my old ways. But anyway, I'm from the South, and sometimes we use shawty for different terms. We might say shawty when we're speaking to you, and we might say shawty when we just heard like some shocking news or something. You know, we just say shawty for different reasons. So, sorry if that may have thrown anybody off. But don't get it twisted. I don't know why, but I used to just love this movie. Home Alone is like one of those. Another one just like Christmas Story. Like I said, I gotta really do my Easy Street with Jen's challenge, her tag, because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it will be really hard for me to pick my top three absolute favorite Christmas movies because I used to love Christmas movies. I didn't care. It, I just loved all Christmas movies, the old school ones. I kind of don't like the new ones. The new Christmas movies to me seem like more like a play, more, I don't know. It just seemed too much like a play to me. His punishment was to go sleep in the attic with the cousin who was drinking the soda and known for peeing on himself. So here's another question I got for this movie. If his punishment was to sleep with the cousin in the attic, then why is it that when he woke up he was by himself? Did the cousin ever come upstairs? He wished that everybody would disappear. Oh, I think the mom said something about when he didn't want to sleep with the cousin because he pee on himself or something. So the mom was gonna try to work it out where he sleep somewhere else or something. But I think that's weird. Even though they had a bed up there and it was a nice little setup, I think that's weird to have a kid sleep in the attic. The attic? They had a nice little setup up there and everything, but still, I think that's weird. Oh, go sleep in the attic. So he made a wish. The power went out, and before you knew it, everybody done overslept. So we know this was before cell phones were very popular because everybody would have had a cell phone with like some type of alarm or something on it. So now we don't even depend on the actual clock to wake us up. Well, let me take that back because when I was working, I had my phone and my clock because I had the clock that alarmed with the radio. Y'all like watching Home Alone? I'm telling you, this one of those Christmas movies that you can watch like every single year and don't get tired of it. The neighbor over there being all nosy and stuff. Where he get that from? How you a kid and you this nosy? Hmm. Been watching the grown folks, I guess. Y'all, my bald head is hot, and I promise y'all, I don't have on a hat or nothing. And it's itchy and it's hot. So apparently, my hair is growing back from the treatment now. So it's really itchy. But I go through this thing where sometimes I'm hot and sometimes I'm cold. So I just keep like a little hat by the bed. It's crazy. So they got all these kids and they doing a head count, but the neighbor's kid is still over there in the way, digging through their luggage and stuff. Like, really? And just count the back of the kid head. The Uncle Frank getting on nerve. And I hate he got that name too, cause like that's one of my uncle's names. You can't have a name like that and be a you know what? Cause my uncle was not like that. But this uncle here, he just like complain a lot and stuff, and he ain't even paying for the trip. How you doing all that complaining and even paying for the trip? Y'all, I'm eating a snack, so look, let me show y'all. Let me turn my camera around so I can show y'all what I'm eating. Sitting here watching the movie. Let's see. This what I'm eating. Y'all like these little gingerbread cookies? But anyway, back to the movie. Running through the airport because unfortunately they are running late. I'm kind of low key mad at the parents though, because it's like y'all so busy trying to keep up with the pack that you're not keeping up with your own youngest kid. It seemed like to me the youngest kid would be like the one that you keeping the eye on the most. It's like the adults were always together and just kind of left the kids to their own devices. Like what? I like when Kevin wake up and his hair all over the place. Mm, these gingerbread cookies are so good and soft. Kevin walking around like a little grown little man walking out to the kitchen and everything. He don't even realize he by himself yet. Hmm. And he's sitting there like, wait a minute now. He kind of like scanning around the kitchen like, it's kind of quiet in here. He turned that TV off when he started to notice like, wait a minute now, Mom. Be careful what you wish for. I guess that's the whole theme of this movie. Be careful what you wish for. Cause he sure sat in that bed and said he he wished they would just disappear. He was so mad with them. Commercial break. Commercial break while watching Home Alone, y'all. So we just in the beginning part. Old Kevin just found out he at home by himself. His parents and his cousins and his uncle and auntie already on the airplane and already headed to where France they were going, I think. We'll find out later in the movie, I guess. But that's the part we on right now, y'all. If y'all would ever left home alone at that age, what would be the first thing you would do? If you realized, oh my goodness, I'm at home by myself, and you were that young. Because I'm not going to front. When I used to watch this movie, I used to be like, Kevin kind of smart. Because, well, I'm not even going to say kinda. Kevin was smart. Because some of that stuff Kevin was doing, I would have never imagined to do. Let me see. We still on a commercial break. I just wanted to let y'all know that gingerbread didn't stand a chance with me. Did not stand a chance with me. Home Alone. Check this movie out. If you've never seen Home Alone before, especially during the Christmas season, I don't know what to tell you. Because, okay, see now, he going all through the house, going from room to room, and he trying to make sure, like, am I tripping? He going from room to room, and then he going down to the basement. Young kid going down to the basement to see if he by himself at home. That's got to be scary. And that house is huge. I don't know about nobody else, but when I was that young, I was scared of my parents' basement. Up until I got about, well, you know what? I was probably Kevin's age. I was probably about 8, between 8 and 10, when I really started realizing, like, there was no danger down there. Just turn the lights on. Yeah. I just feel like once you turn the lights on, then it's all good. And then he saw the furnace, and it's over. He booked it up the steps. I know that's right. It's the faces with Kevin. since all this stuff is coming out about child stars and everything, I think it's a few children they need to, not children, a few adults that they need to go and kind of check on and kind of reel them back in and ask them a few questions. He would be one of them. I don't know where he is now, but he would be one of them. But can we check on that girl from In the House now? Because I know she had kind of fell off pretty bad and was out in the streets and everything. And everybody was talking bad about her and everything. Can we check on her now? Can we really start asking some serious questions now? Can we start asking like some deep questions now? Because I remember one video I saw with her. She was at a gas station and she mentioned that she had done a lot of favors in the industry, thinking it was going to help her get to the top. And she was just laughing about it and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's because she's been out there for a while now. But yeah, I think it's time for us to reel someone back in and start asking some deep questions. Let's reel Raven-Symoné back in and ask her some deep questions. Ask her some very deep questions. I know back in the past she said something about she didn't get involved in a lot because she had parents that was always, there and they were involved in everything. But I got more questions to ask you, Raven-Symoné. I would love to interview some of these kid stars who are now adults, so we have to respect that. But I would hate to bring them back into that place in their mind without having the proper tools. I would love to interview them, but I would love to have people with me that are like maybe a hypnotist or maybe therapists, really good therapists, because I've actually seen what it's like to have a therapist that's really not a good therapist, that don't give you the homework that you need to fix whatever is going on. They just sit there and listen and just type. Anyway, I'm just going on and on. Back to the movie. Now, this is what I would have done if I was home alone at that age. Fits me a whole bunch of snacks and sugar. I would have sat somewhere with a big old bowl of ice cream, cakes, pies, chips, cookies, you name it. That would have been me. Let me turn this camera back around. I don't want y'all to look at my face. It's too early in the morning for that. He watching movies he not supposed to be watching. No, he not supposed to be watching no movies like that with no violence in it. Now that's why you not supposed to be watching. Now you want to sit here and cover your eyes. You call yourself trying to watch a movie you not supposed to be watching. Now you want to cover your eyes. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Uh-oh, she got that mother's intuition. He hollered out for his mama, and she was like on the plane, like, whoa, something ain't right. And it on the plane scene, something that kind of caught me up. I think it caught one of the conspiracy theories up too. The plane scene when she felt like something was wrong, and she was saying that they forgot something. It's a certain part in your flight where you can get up out your seat. I think when you're taking off and when you're landing, that's when you're supposed to be strapped in and everything. But it's a certain good little a stint of time where you can actually get up, go to the bathroom or whatever. Why didn't she ask the flight attendant, can she walk back there to check on her kids? Maybe I'm just a helicopter parent or something. This boy done took a snow sled and sliding it down the steps. I probably would have did that with a bicycle. So once again, you feel like you left your child at home. It's just the dad, the mom, the uncle, and the auntie sitting there holding her. They're sitting there holding the mom's hand and telling her we're gonna check on them. Everything's gonna be all right. Okay. At at what point did one of the adults say, "Let me go back there and check on all the kids"? And then he it is the guy who is supposed to be a cop sitting out here with his partner, basically casing the place. He done acted as a cop and then went and everybody just basically done told on themselves just because he was in a cop uniform. So they done just told him like, oh, we gonna be out of town, such. We leaving this time. They done told him that they got automatic timers on their lights, so now he know what time everybody lights come on. I mean, come on. He was in the right neighborhood though, because where I'm from, people would have been questioning him. Like, matter of fact, he wouldn't have even been in the house. Police come to the door asking you what's your plans for the holidays or whatever. Where I'm from, that would have been an automatic like red flag. That that would have been an automatic like. What you mean? What I'm doing for the holidays? Why you want to know? Who want to know? Even if we were gonna do something, we'll still be like, nah, we ain't doing that. We're gonna be right here. My southern accent come out a lot, y'all. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And then they in a work van too, so it's like who would who would suspect anything? And then he backs into their driveway. You know you got to be like you just know without a doubt in your mind. And then they went straight to their house. So now I'm with the conspiracy theory thing. You done cased out everybody's house in that neighborhood. I know he said that one was the Silver Tudor. That one was the big hit. So my question is, why did they go directly to that house first, and then they backed in the driveway? Like, Kevin turned that light on, scared him off. And under the bed, the safest spot in the house for every kid, under the bed. Why? I don't know. But that's the spot everybody run to when they're young, get nervous, get scared, under the bed, getting a whooping, run under, get under the bed. Ooh, you know this an old movie. They had payphones. She had to stop at the payphone to try to call. And wasn't he like cool with Michael Jackson? Yeah, I think we need to reel him in for some questions. Him or some family members or something. I got serious questions. Uh oh, the neighbor that Buzz told him about. He ran right back in the house. She called the police because she got an emergency. Her son is at home alone. And they done already gave her a nickname, Hyper. They just like, hold on, let me transfer you over. Hey, we got Hyper on the line. Oh my goodness, this is supposed to be the police line and they are so unprofessional. How is everybody in the neighborhood out of town at the same exact time? Like nobody comes to your house for the holidays? Like everybody in the neighborhood goes somewhere else for the holidays? And plus everybody don't travel for the holidays. I know I don't. I don't even want to be out there in that mess. Ripping and running through airports and stuff and mm-mm. Mm-mm. Losing luggage. Mm-mm. Head count. Mm-mm. And the police didn't even really check. He just knocked on the door and said, the house looks secure. Tell them to count their kids again. What? They just said that they child home alone and you said the house looks secure. Tell them to count their kids again. He didn't even try to yell out and say, hey kid, are you in there? We're here to check on you. Your mom called the police department. We're here to check on you. Your family's worried about you or something. But we got some lazy police over here too. I'm not even gonna say all police are like that, cause I have some family members that are in law enforcement. Um, and my sister, rest her soul, she was in law enforcement, and she had become detective, and I was kind of proud of that. So I'm not by any means downing the police at all. I'm not one of those. No, I don't believe in defunding the police. No, I don't believe in being against the police. Cause hey, if something happened to me, who guess who I'm calling? I'm calling the police. So yeah, please don't defund them. But get rid of some of them that's on the squad that act like they don't want to be there. Do that for sure. Get rid of them scary ones. How you gonna be a police and you scared to go after the bad guy, or you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I feel like this. If they trying to do the crime, they need to do the time. Cause doggone, if I work hard for mine and somebody think they finna steal it, If the police ain't gonna help me out, then guess what that means? Doggone it, I'm not in Florida. But I'm just saying, stand your what? Stand your ground. That's a that's a violation when you work hard for something and somebody just feel like they can come and take it or come and violate you or whatever the case may be. This dude done broke the whole shelf in his brother's bedroom trying to get to his money. And then just left it there like, oh well. uh, and the pet spider is out now. That doggone pet spider. Excuse me, y'all. And look at him. He just making a big old mess. What's the point in robbing somebody if you breaking everything? Like, that's when them answering machines was like a loudspeaker. Somebody leave a message. Everybody in the house can hear what the message is. These people done left a message on their neighbor's phone saying that their son is home by himself. No, that he was saying that they are whatever the case is. But now the bad guys were in that house at the time when they left the message. So now the bad guys know. Somebody he got a question about a toothpaste. That doggone Kevin with his little grown little self. That was a smart kid, I tell you. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh, it's that neighbor again. The neighbor with the snow shovel. He's a kid. At what point does an adult say to themselves, like, he's just a kid, you know what I'm saying? It's a toothbrush and he's a kid. So let me get this straight. So the police was writing somebody a ticket or something that's driving a car. He stopped what he was doing to chase a kid that stole a toothbrush. And he didn't even intentionally mean to steal the toothbrush. He just kind of got scared. This song is like that song that they play. That's that's the pretty much the theme that they play throughout the whole movie. When I was a kid, I used to be sitting there like, "How I miss my family." Do 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 do. My family had only one tradition really during the holidays like this, and even that kind of went down after a while, like dwindled down. That's why I tried to give my kids certain little traditions and stuff. I hope they never forget them. Um, but yeah, commercial time, y'all. So that's why I'm not talking about the movie right now. That's the only way I could watch this movie for free is with the ads. So of course I'm gonna choose the free option. I don't even know why they give us the other options. They be like, either you could watch it here with ads for free, or you could watch it here with no ads for $14.99. Free, of course. So today is what, Sunday. I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. And his whole thing was he wanted to, this one of the bad guys, the one that was kind of not so bright. His whole thing was he wanted a name for them. He wanted a name for them as the bad guys. So now he's working on the name Wet Bandits. So every time they hit a house, his thing was stop up the sink and run the water so it could flood. Ah, so you didn't just want to rob the place. You want to rob the people and you want to damage their home. He was going through there with a crowbar, just knocking stuff down and breaking stuff for no reason. Because my thing is, if I'm robbing a place, well, I would never rob a place, but if you're going to rob a place, why break everything? Because you probably just broke something that was valuable that you could have taken. Like, what? So you basically just causing havoc. Oh, poor Kevin walking home. Oh, they almost hit him. The bad guys almost hit him. Kevin recognized that gold tooth. Kevin recognized that gold tooth, boy. Look at him. He walking home like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then why did they think they could follow that little boy home in that big old blue van and think he wasn't gonna notice that they was following him? Did they really think that he was that naive? Sometimes I can't. They in a big old blue van following Kevin and then think he's not gonna notice. Like I said, Kevin's a smart kid. And he started running. It's my, why would he run? Y'all are following a kid and then asking like, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was weird because why would he run? Duh, he's being followed by two weird guys in a van. I'm getting too invested in this movie, I'm telling you right now. Go, Kevin. I was amazed by his maturity and understanding at such a young age. Like he knew, okay, they're following me. Okay, I have nowhere else to go. So quick on his feet, he decided I can cover up and act like I'm a part of the manger. Act like I'm a part of the nativity scene. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up on the words, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So he acted like he was a part of the nativity scene. And here they go. That, that night, pulling up to the same house. Y'all better leave Kevin alone. Kevin done hooked it up where it looked like they having a full blown party in there. Now, how he had access to all these mannequins and all that, well, I know he got the Jordan poster from his brother Buzz's room. But all these mannequins, he got two mannequins sitting at the table, another mannequin at the window dressed like a lady with a dress on the record player. Where all these mannequins come from? I know. Oh, you know what? They were in the basement earlier. Earlier in the movie, when he went down in the basement, I did see like a couple of mannequins down there. You know what? I've been watching this movie for years and I totally forgot about that part. But like, but what do y'all do for a living? Why y'all got so many mannequins around here? I would be kind of freaked out as a kid. Like, I don't know, mama. They seem a little spooky. I don't want to go over there. Not unless one of the parents was like a seamstress or or worked at a store or something, and they had to have the mannequins. Oh, that's right. They're in Paris. And he trying to speak the little French that he do now. That he do know. He's my party French. Party English. That's when you gotta be like, let me work on my French a little bit. Est-ce que vous comprenez l'anglais? Um, je comprenais. It's like I know what it's supposed to say, but I get kind of held on the pronunciations. So that's what holds me back with French. It's like I've been studying Spanish for so long that now that I'm studying French, is some of the words are similar and not the same, but some of the words are similar, and then the pronunciation is a little different. So sometimes I get confused and I might make a mistake and say the word in Spanish instead of French. I'm thinking I kind of don't want to do it, but I kind of do want to do it. But I'm thinking I might want to start doing some language videos where I'm practicing because I'm not perfect at it. It's just something that I like to do in my spare time, like to learn like a word or two in another language. But you know, I have a tendency to attract energy vampires, what I like to call them. I have a tendency to attract people that are not even into certain things, and then they'll do it just because they see I'm doing it, and then they'll have more than me and then copy me and don't even give me any type of like don't even throw people my way and say, hey, I got this from Renee's Secret Garden or whatever. But I get that a lot. So it's kind of like I don't want to throw my hobby out there and people just take it and run with it. Even though it's a lot of language learners out there because I do follow a lot of them. But I'm talking about people who never talk about it, never do it. The moment I do it, they'll just run with it and start doing it. And like I said, these will be people that have more than me. Like, if you have more than somebody, why copy from them? Why take from them? Like, why? I never understood that. I call people like that energy vampires. And in this day that we're living in, um, I know a lot of people don't like to hear about spirituality and everything, but A lot of people that are chosen ones, they have to understand that you carry a light with you that is different from other lights. It's brighter. You have a different aura about you. And I had to learn later in life. I wish I would have known this about me earlier in life. But when you are chosen and you carry a certain light with you and you speak on the Most High a lot or you speak about God a lot, you have to realize that certain demons do not like that. And other people do not even know that they're hosting a demon. And they will act on it or they will do certain things to try to sabotage you or try to take from you or take from your light. And you're standing there looking clueless like, what did I ever do to you? Why are you always trying to knock me down? Why are you always trying to take my ideas? And then you find out later in life, oh, because I'm chosen, because I carry a light with me, because I have a certain spirit about myself, and the demon that you're hosting does not like that. Just like it's a lady on here that I follow that I love just sitting listening to her voice. Sometimes I just listen to her talk because it's so calming and soothing. Like if I'm in the infusion room, her name is Grow Joyfully, and I want somebody to show her how to do a playlist. I tried to talk her through it one day, but I really think she should have a playlist with like some of her she does this thing with the fairies, like a fairy story and everything. It's so calming. And I love stories anyway. Y'all, when I tell y'all, she have a certain peacefulness about her that I know without a doubt in my mind she has gone through some stuff in her life to make her say like, why is this happening to me? But I want her to know. And I'm gonna probably have to do another video about it because she probably not gonna sit through a video this long. But Grow Joyfully has a certain light about her that I know for a fact she has been attacked a time or two in her life and don't know why. Her whole calmness. I think I've only seen like one or two videos where she actually show herself. She has an aura. She did a video where she was like, when you think it's the end of the season or you think it's the end of the growing season, and then she looked and there was a bunch of tomatoes she still hadn't canned and hadn't done anything with. Then she looked again, it was more tomatoes. And when she showed herself, I was like, Grow Joyfully. Like she literally has a glow about her. Y'all, when y'all get a chance, go over and show Grow Joyfully some love. You know, watch a couple of her videos. If you like her, go ahead and click that button. Or just watch and just hit that thumbs up on a few of her shorts. That would mean a lot. But she has a peaceful, calm voice that if you like listening to calmness, like when you're just trying to calm your head and get out of your own head, go listen to Grow Joyfully. Go watch her and Ginger over there. And when you go over there and you peep Ginger, I want you to come back and say, I just saw Ginger. I know exactly what you're talking about. Kevin went and bought him some groceries. Oh boy. Oh boy, Kevin. Now see, he good, because I wouldn't even been thinking about washing no clothes at that age. I knew how to wash my own clothes at that age, but that wouldn't have been like top of my list if I was at home by myself. Oh yeah, by the way, I need to wash a load of clothes. Psh. That furnace again, Kevin. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Face your fears, baby. Face your fears. There you go. He said, "Oh, shut up." That's kind of like how I would do my 8-year-old. I would tell him like, "Hey, I got your back. I'm right here. Face your fear. Don't you back down. This your house." That's what I tell my 8-year-old. This your house. You don't let nobody run, no, nobody or nothing run you out of your house. Is that wrong? Am I wrong for telling my 8 year old that? But hey, that's the way I feel. I don't want I don't want my sons growing up and get their own place and feel like they can get run out of their place easily. It's your house, shawty. You protect it, and you don't let any and everybody up in your house either. Why he sending the crazy? Well, okay, the two robbers are back. They went to walk around the house to see, if they see anything or whatever. He sent the one that ain't too sharp upstairs to go and check. This nut put his foot in the the doggy door and dropped his shoe in the doggy door. Then he reaches in the doggy door to grab his shoe. Now Kevin is in there and see him. So Kevin with his little smart tail self then put on the the old time movie with the violence and got the firecrackers. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what? I know this is just a movie and everything, but just bear with me. Bear with me. If this was my child and he was left home alone, which that would not happen. If he was left home alone and I found out that he did all this to defend himself or to make himself feel more protected, I would be so proud. I would be a proud mama if I knew my son actually scared away two bad guys just by thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that might sound weird. I know it might sound weird, but to me, I think that's like the coolest thing ever that he came up with such elaborate schemes and plans just to try to scare them off from messing with him, from bothering him. Like, leave the kid alone already. Y'all done already, he done already tricked y'all a couple of times, a few times. Just leave him alone. That right there should have told y'all that he was a little bit above what y'all thought. Like they already played themselves when they was like, he's just a kid. And then they came back to the house and he had all the mannequins and stuff and like it was like a party. Okay, just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Cause he just keep on outsmarting y'all. Two grown men. And this kid keep outsmarting y'all. Okay, back at the airport, the mom trying to find a way back home to her son by any means necessary, basically. She's like offering money, like, hey, y'all don't have an extra seat. Did anybody not show up? Like, you know how when you get into that bind and you just be trying to, by any means, like, hey, work with me. Oh, her son is 8. That's right. Her son is the same age as my son right now. Oh, so I really understand. And then when you have a smart kid like that, like my 8 year old, he's rough and tough. I will say that he like climbing on stuff and jumping off, and yeah, you just never know what he's gonna do next. So you kind of have to keep an eye on him. Not kind of, you do have to keep an eye on him. However, I will say this: he is very intelligent for an 8 year old. And I tell him all the time, you are such an inquisitive child. Like you just, cause he asks questions. If he don't understand something, he asks, and I don't mind answering if I can. But if I can't, I don't mind, you know, point him in the right direction to find the answer that he's looking for. But he asks a lot of questions. He always have been like that ever since he started talking. He actually started talking a little late. Um, and when he started talking, Oh, it was on. That's like my oldest son. He started talking late too. And once he started and he realized there was power in his words, oh, you couldn't stop him then. You couldn't stop him. So these guys who play polka music, they the leader overheard her begging for help to get home to her son. So he's trying to work something out with her because they are going to rent a truck to get back, get to wherever they're trying to go. Which is kind of weird. She's gonna be riding with a group of guys who just say that they going that way. And they still okay now y'all just really just they they still casing the house after all of that. So I think we're getting scammed by a kindergartner. Newsflash, she's not a kindergarten, first of all. Second of all, yeah, you done got scammed a couple of times, so you might want to tuck your tail and go on the other way because that's kind of embarrassing for two grown men to get outsmarted by this 8-year old. Now they know he home alone. Now they know he's home alone. This is the first Home Alone. I think this is the absolute best one. I like two. It's alright when when he was in New York, but I'm sorry, but hands down, the original Home Alone is the absolute best one that they had. I think they kind of was pushing it with Home Alone 2, kind of, but Home Alone 3 was okay. Now y'all just trying too much. And this lady actually got in the truck with one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and it's got to be eight because it's somebody driving. Eight guys, seven in the back with her playing the polka music, and he playing the clarinet. Go ahead, what wins? What wins? I'm a, I'm a woodwind myself. I play clarinet. Well, I haven't played in like, I haven't touched my clarinet in about, I want to say 6 years. Cause when baby Cinco was younger, I pulled it out and started trying to play a little bit just to show him. Cause like I said, he's an inquisitive child. So yeah. So when he was about 2 or 3, I believe it was, he had a recorder and he was playing it. So I pulled out my clarinet and started trying to play alongside of him and trying to show him that I knew how to play. So I played a couple of scales and played a couple of runs for him, and I put it up, and I haven't touched it since. Commercial break, y'all, so that's why I'm just talking. But she got in that truck with all those guys to get to her baby boy, which I completely get it. But sorry, not sorry. My child wouldn't have been left at home while we taking a flight to Paris in the first place. How you trying to go to a whole nother country and you mean to tell me you don't grab your youngest child by the hand? You didn't grab your youngest child? Now them teenagers and grown children, I get it. I get it. They grown, they teenagers or whatever, just as long as they in my sight, we good. But that baby, that 8 year old, oh no. Oh no. Ain't no way in the world I would have trusted for somebody to do a head count with that one. I would have had his hand walking out the door. And then I would have had to put my eyes on all of my kids. I couldn't just tell somebody do a head count and then just jump in the car. Uh no, I gotta see y'all faces. Matter of fact, every time I say your name, I want you to say something. Like I said, maybe I'm just a helicopter parent. Maybe that's just maybe that's just one of my faults or something. Maybe I need to work on that. But he trying to find Santa Claus. Like, hey, maybe if I tell Santa Claus I'm at home by myself. He said, I know you in the real Santa. Now he want his family back. That was the sad part because in the beginning of the movie, he's the one that made the wish that his family would just disappear. Like, and now he's at quote unquote Santa's helper because he said, I know you're not the real Santa. But now he's telling Santa, like, I just want my family back. He's over it. He's tired of like trying to fend for himself. He's tired of trying to beat off the bad guys. He's over it. He just want his family back, man. He must not be too scary because in this scene right here, it's nighttime. And he went out there looking for Santa Claus, and now he walking away in the dark, walking back home in the dark. So he ain't too scary. See, okay. I never noticed this part. He just walked in front of this house with people going into the house, like a family going into the house. He just stands at the street, stands on the sidewalk, looking in the house, and he see like all these people like celebrating Christmas and like decorating the tree, like family coming up. Kevin, Kevin, why didn't you walk up to that door and say, "Hey, my name is such and such. I'm home by myself. I need to come in. It's been two bad guys following me." He just looked at them, got sad, and the little sad music started again. Oh, I miss my. And he just walked away. He could have used that moment to run up in there and be like, "Hey, I need help. It's a whole family." He go to the only place where he figured he could probably get away for a minute. The church house. Well, it looked like a cathedral, because this looked more like a Catholic setting. So yeah, I think this is a cathedral. Oh my goodness, when I was in Mexico one time, we just went into the cathedral just pretty much to like um, observe like the artwork and the architecture of the building. And there was a guy in there playing the violin. It was the most beautiful like setting I have seen in a long time. He was just sitting up front on one of the front pews, and he was just playing the violin. And I didn't want to go up past a certain point because I didn't want to feel like I was violating in any way. I always try to respect other people's religions and backgrounds and everything. So by it being a Catholic church or cathedral or however you call it, um, I didn't want to feel like I was doing anything that was um, considered not cordial or not, respectful of their place of worship. So I didn't want to go down the middle aisle, and I didn't want to go up too close to the front when we went down to the side of the aisle. So I just kind of pretty much stayed back and just watched and observed like all the artwork, the way the columns were, the way the arches were in the doorway, the chairs that looked like they were handmade, pretty much like hand carved, I want to say. It was just a lot of really nice, like, I don't know, like carpentry, stonework. I don't know what you would call that. There was a lot of nice stuff in there. And the guy sitting up there with the violin just made it. That was just like the cherry on top. It was beautiful. So now Kevin's sitting in the cathedral, sitting in the pew, and the neighbor that Buzz has taught him to be scared of comes, sit, and talks to him. Comes and sit and talk to him. Talking about divine timing, you know what I'm saying? Like, this boy went into the church because he was scared. He's missing his family. He's lonely. It's the holidays. And the one guy that you have villainized this whole movie and that you allowed your brother to, make you scared of is the one person that comes up to you and sits and talk with you. But again, I must say, Kevin, what are you thinking? Why didn't you like tell him like, okay, now that you seem like a pretty cool guy, whatever, I gotta tell somebody, hey, it's been these two guys following me. I need help. I don't know. There's so many adults like there's somebody up there leading the choir. That's an adult. This neighbor that you're talking to with the snow shovel guy, I guess I'll call him. I think they mentioned his name in the beginning, but I forgot it. But anyway, charge it to my head, not my heart. Cause this is still one of my favorite movies. Don't get it twisted. But Kevin, why didn't you say, "Hey, I need help. Two guys been following me, and I saw them at another house." Now he's sitting there, and this 8-year-old is giving him sound advice. I can relate. I can relate. I have, I'm just going to say for now, because of course the babies are still babies, but I have two kids, my 8-year-old, one of them, of course, and my oldest. They are the ones that will talk to me reasonably and be like, Mom. And they would just be honest with me because they know that I really, really appreciate honesty. I really appreciate being open and, like talking through your problems and things of that nature. So if they come to me with some real deal, like, Mom, I need to talk to you about something, of course I'm going to be like upset for some things or whatever. But I never get upset at the point that they're making. I might get upset about the direction they're trying to go in, but to be quite honest, I mostly be happy that they felt comfortable enough to come to me. If my 8 year old comes to me and say he had a rough day in school, I would rather for him to come here and talk to me about it than to like hide it. So my 8 year old, he is the one that will give me sound advice sometimes, especially when it comes to like my health. My oldest too, like my oldest is the one that'll be like, "Mom, are you drinking your water? How are you mentally dealing with this?" You know, he asks questions like that. Very, very intelligent, um, and very in tune to other people's feelings. And I thank God for that. I thank God that I have um, a couple of kids that are in tune to other people's feelings and emotions, and they try to consider that. That's not to say all my kids like that. No, let's not get it twisted. When you have a lot of kids, you understand what I'm saying. You could do all the perfect things in the world, but you might have one or two that decide to go the total opposite way. But they still mine. They still mine, and I just pray for them every day because I know what certain roads lead to. But that 8 year old of mine, boy, when I tell y'all, when he came into this world, he came in at perfect timing to bring a little joy to my life because when he was a baby, when he was like really young, still in a stroller, still in the car seat, that's when my oldest son was diagnosed with the brain tumor. And having baby Cinco as a baby at the time, you know, I needed that little extra little snuggle sometimes, that extra little smile, a little smirk he would give me sometimes, just to kind of get through. Because a lot of people don't understand that's for a parent to watch their kid have to go through treatment like that, and then other people on the outside are doing things to you while you're going through that. It took its toll, you know. Look at Kevin on when he got the doggone. He done went and got Buzz little rifle, the BB gun rifle. I don't know if that's an airsoft or anyway. That's neither here nor there. Like a soldier, he's standing there like a soldier. Go on, Kevin. I'm so proud of Kevin in this movie. That's right. Spare nothing. They trying to cause havoc on your life, so don't you dare. There you go. Oh yeah, that's a BB gun, and it was right there, close range. That's right, Kevin. Don't you hold back on these bad guys, cause you got some kids that'll be like, but I don't want to hurt them, but I don't want to hurt them. They trying to hurt you. You better get the heck on. You better you better do what you gotta do and get the heck up out of there. I don't wanna. Kevin done put a nail in the step. He done put a. I don't know what that thing is. The thing that was on the barbecue grill, the little hot ring. Put that on the doorknob. He done iced up the step. What else did he do, y'all? He put the the glue, the caulking glue, and plastic and feathers. They seriously let this 8 year old outsmart them. They still got in there, but boy, he made it hard. He made them have to work if they were gonna get in there. To me, this was like the climax of the movie. This was like the part in the movie where it all came to head. It all came to a head, I guess. And you know what? Watching him, the main guy, the two bad guys, the main one, the smart one. Well, neither one of them too bright, but you get what I'm saying. The smartest one out of the two. Um, Watching him made me want to go look at Matilda, y'all. I like Matilda too. He done made it in, and now he acting like he, you know what I'm saying? Like he done did something. He walk in and he like, yeah, like he stand there for a second. Now he walking around. He gotta observe the place. He gotta look around. You know, Kevin got a nice little setup for him. Oh, oh. Now what 8 year old you know would have thought of that? Like plug the iron up, attach it to a string to make it look like the string is for the light bulb. Doggone the hot iron fall on his face. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, I would have been so proud of my boy if all this was to go down and I found out he did all that to protect himself. I would have been so proud. That's my boy. That's my boy. And here go this nut trying to make his way up the stairs. He'd have made it in the house, but he in the basement. So now he's trying to get upstairs to the kid. He stepped on the nail. Uh oh, this the one with the blowtorch. Ooh. And he stood there for a while. That's the part that get me when the blowtorch torched him in the head. He stood there for a while because he was like, ah. Like, why did you stand there for so long if you getting torched in the head? I guess it was a state of shock, maybe. I don't know. Oh, he mad. They're gonna kick you in the door. He mad. Kevin done made both of them mad. They are mad. They are PO'd. Boy, Kevin was boy. That was a smart little kid right there. And I'm sorry, but sometimes people like calling kids bad. I don't like calling kids bad, but I will say this: the ones that are the most rambunctious, those are the ones that will probably be better in situations like this because they hold no bars. They ready. They are ready. Ah, the feathers, not the feathers. And then it's with that like that construction glue. Oh boy, this movie is hilarious. Who don't like Home Alone? That would be a good trivia question to for somebody to list all of the traps that Kevin had set for the bad guys. Let's see if we can name them. He had the BB gun number one. He had the torch, the icy stairs. He had the iron. Uh, what else? The nail on the steps, the ornaments, the ring around the hot ring around the doorknob. I said ornaments already, right? The toy cars, the glue and feathers. What else? Oh, the paint, the the paint on the yarn on the string or whatever. So it's what 10 so far. The tight wire where they trip them up. It's 11. Oh, and the spider wasn't even in his plan. The spider just happened to be at the right place at the right time. So we gonna add the spider to it. Oh my god, his scream. His scream is hilarious. Okay, so then the rope from the house to the tree house. Nah, that wouldn't be considered a trap though. That wouldn't be considered as one of his. Yes, it will be because when they ended up on there, he cut it. So should we count it? I'm gonna say we're gonna count it with the considering the fact that he already knew they would probably follow him in there, so he already had you know, the garden shears in the tree house. I'm getting all mixed up with my words now. Y'all get what I'm saying? You almost didn't make it, Kevin. You almost went straight through the wall, man. Well, you kind of went halfway through the wall, but you almost didn't make it, Kevin. He didn't already call the cops. He told me he gonna call the cops. He didn't already called them. So far, y'all, I counted 13. 13 traps he had set for them. Look at him. He pulled out the big old hedge clippers. Like, so he runs over to the house that they already was at, that they already were at. He runs over there, letting them know, like, hey, I'm about to call the cops on y'all. And the house is flooding because remember what I told you earlier about one of the bad guys thought it would be a good idea to flood the house that they robbed so that they can call themselves the wet bandits. Mm, they got him now. Uh oh, there go them rain boots and that snow shovel. Bill. See, look at that, Kevin. The one that you thought was the bad guy the whole time ended up saving you, man. He's my wow, this is great because he looking out his window at them being arrested. Like, and he over there in the comfort of his own home, like, wow, this is great. After he done did all that. He got to be the two dumbest bad guys I've ever seen before. I think that's what made the whole movie kind of funny. Like, oh my goodness. And he waving at them like, bye, toodles. So long. It's been fun. It's been fun burning y'all faces and getting y'all stabbed in the foot and shooting you in the groin with a BB gun. Mom is on her way, Kevin, with a truck full of men. How many people remember when he used to be on Pee Wee's Playhouse? Oh, okay, now I'm really showing my age. How many of y'all remember Pee Wee's Playhouse? Okay, yeah. He was on the movie, I think it was. And he was also in the movie Uncle Buck. I think he was Uncle Buck, I think. Or was he? I don't think he was on Pee Wee Playhouse. I think he was on the Pee Wee movie. I don't know. I'll go back and look and see. Ain't got nothing but time on my hand. Telling y'all, when I be sitting in the infusion room or in the hospital or whatever, all I do is like watch some of my YouTube friends, YouTube fam, whatever you want to call them. Miss Bling like to call them fam bam. um, but I just watch YouTubers that I've subscribed to, and I just kind of binge watch people's vlogs and lives and things like that. Sometimes I fall asleep watching y'all. Some of y'all, I'm not even gonna tell no story, but hey, I let it keep playing, and it kind of helps soothe me. He slept in his parents' bed. I know that's right. It'd be something different about your parents' everything. You could be eating the same food, but it seems like your parents' food be better. You could be drinking the same drink, but it seems like your parents' drink better. You could have a nice bed, but your parents' bed is always more comfortable for some reason. Oh, that's right. He was hoping he got his wish because it was Christmas morning. Oh, that's my alarm, y'all. But it's Sunday. I don't take my I don't take my thyroid medication on Sunday. Instead, I take well, whatever. That's off subject. She'd have made it home in that truck full of guys, but she got there. See, back then, she couldn't just call no Uber or no Lyft. Well, taxi cab though. He looking like, but you left. She apologized though. I can't wait till I can hug my boy again. Here they come. They come in the door fussing at each other. His big brother said it's pretty cool you didn't burn the house down. But he almost did though. Cause that boy had a blowtorch set up as a booby trap. Welcome in. Hit that thumbs up if you in the room. I'm about to get ready to end this live though, but we've been sitting here watching Home Alone. Is what I do from time to time. Just sit up and watch the movie. Hit that thumbs up. Well, y'all, we done made it to the end of the movie. Kevin and got his family back home, and now he's starting to notice some movement out the window. So he's walking up to the window to see what he see. Oh no, yeah. Oh, and the daddy see the the daddy see the gold tooth laying on the floor. Kevin see the neighbor outside with his son and daughter-in-law and his granddaughter. Cause when they was in the cathedral, that's what that's what he talked about. So now Kevin is happy for him, and he see Kevin looking at him out the window and gave him a wave. Aww, perfect ending. Got a chance to see his granddaughter. He cleaned everywhere but his brother's room. He cleaned the living room and everything, cleaned up the kitchen, cleaned the house, and left his brother room with the broken shelf and the and the spider tank all on the floor. And oh my goodness, y'all, that's always a good one. Home Alone is a good Christmas movie. Later today, I have to work on my video for Easy Street with Jen. I was tagged in it, and I want to try to do a good job on it. I didn't want to do a rushed video, so I already sat down and took the time to write down the things that they're asking. It's like just different things about traditions, Christmas traditions. So hopefully, when I post that video up later, you guys will enjoy it and just take a look inside of what I like, my traditions for the holidays, or what used to be my traditions, because I don't have a whole lot now. But back in the day when I was younger, we had some pretty good traditions, and I have a few holiday movies, so it's gonna be hard to pick my top three. But anyway, it's been fun as usual, and let me know what y'all like to see from me. And until next time, gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.